day it was? He told me it was Wednesday.
He probably doesn't know the difference anymore.
I'm surprised the guy's driving.
He's probably surprised too.
But I mean, it's like, you get out here and this, we'll go in at dark, get up the next day, and if we don't see anybody, 1 or 2 days can go by real quick. But I think this is the safest way to travel. Just go up the parkway because there ain't nobody on it. Even the tourists are minimal.
Nobody's gonna mess with us. Not likely we'll get the virus.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's fresh water everywhere. Anything that's coming out of the rocks, it's fresh. It's safe to drink.
And he's got his favorite food source everywhere.
Yeah, there's wild onions growing all along us.
I made the mistake of showing him what they were. Well, I wanted something with my ramen noodle that night. It was like a tired ramen noodle by itself. And he's come quite the little gourmet. The trail gourmet.
Well, I made you grits this morning.
Hey, that was doing good grits. And they weren't even instant.
Over an open fire. I made grits. Stone ground corn grits.
Yeah,
That's
we bought the stone ground, so then you didn't grind them yourself.
No, I did not grind them myself, but
I would have been very impressed.
in a frying pan, nonetheless. You ever seen anybody make grits in a frying pan?
No, I've never seen that, especially the way you did it.
Yeah, some of the things he's made, some of the things he's made in the frying pan have amazed me too. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh. But I think the best one is the Knorr broccoli and cheese
Rice.
pasta. No, the pasta.
Oh, it was
In the
pasta
plastic
and rice.
bag. I think that was the most impressive.
Oh yeah.
Bill Gears, the
Lenore.
be proud of impressed.
It says you had to put all the stuff into it. Butter, milk. No, you don't. I threw water in it, hung it from my pack, and walked up the freaking Appalachian Trail, and by night it was done.
You should write a cookbook for shipping just with a frying pan.
Yep.
That or Ziploc bags. Okay. And the best ones are though and we have a lot of those because we eat a lot of jerky. Is the jerky resealable bags. They're a heavier duty plastic. They're usually insulated or thick walled.
Yeah.
The zip is watertight. Those work really well.
Yeah, the heat gets trapped inside of those. Good.
Well, I learned to cook that way. I call it the plastic bag microwave. On horseback. Start my meals in the morning, and by the time I was ready for them, they were better than room temperature.
If I could find a frying pan, and I know I could start a fire if it's sunny, snowing, or raining.
Yeah.
He's seen that.
Yeah.
Everything's soaked.
I also seen them when the Parks Department had the bright idea, and it had to have been one of the intelligent rangers. They put a piece of steel plating on top of the indoor fireplace on the shelter. Steel plating.
On the Appalachian Trail. This is 50 miles up on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Nowhere. They said the shelter shut down. There was about 8 of us in there. Freaking, it was pouring down rain.
No, it was just the two of us at first. Because you got the fire before everybody else got there, you got the fire started. And then the second night is when we had everybody
Else.
and their mother in there and 5 people outside and Bear Maid.
No, that was the first night. That was at Ice Water. That's that's where I climbed up the chimney. Literally a stone chimney with just the stones stacked up loose. I peeled that piece of steel off the top, climbed back down, and I started a fire. And it was pouring down rain and everything was soaked.
That's crazy.
I got that for it too.
Yeah, that's my coffee cup. The one he lost.
We
The
got
real
you.
tragedy.
It
Well,
wasn't
no,
lost.
he was sitting on the fire.
He didn't lose it.
Right, now, we have another one, so you better be careful.
Didn't fall off
I'll
it.
brand you I'll brand you on the other side.
No, that was to the bone. And guess what healed it?
What?
Not medicine, pine sap.
Really?
It's got antibodies, it's got anticoagulant, it freaking disinfects, and it'll help it heal 2 times faster.
Well, yes, but you also got something in my pouch, my tobacco pouch.
Yeah, well, that was what sealed it, was
Put the
Smoke
tobacco
pipe
on it,
tobacco.
it draws out the infection, knock the scab off, you got a solid scab that has nothing but the infection under it. Rinse it with alcohol or something to clean it. Use wipes. But use alcohol swabs, cleaned it. You put the pine sap on it. You took moss, I think, the second time.
Yep, the hanging moss. Hanging beard, old man's beard moss.
Yeah.
And I put that over the pine sap and put a little bit of pine sap over that. Heated it up with a lighter. And that just fell off yesterday. That's almost healed.
That's nice.
And that one was a stick. Burnt in about that far.
Ow. That sucks.
And that one's already healed.
Okay, his trail name is Pyro, but it ought to be accident waiting to happen.
No, it's accident looking for a place to happen.
How are these like trail names that you guys have been talking about like shared?
Okay,
Is there
trail
like a
name-
small community
trail
of people
names
like
are
this?
usually given to you by a group that you're traveling with or you bump
Like
with.
just other hikers.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's usually something to do with something that happens during
It's tradition, man.
the time that you're with them.
Yeah.
There's a British girl out there, which they call her Hot Pants.
But she caught
There's
her. She
one
caught her
even on the
freaking
trail yet.
pants on fire.
Somebody set her pants on fire with a stick in a camp. They were in some kind of rest camp where they weren't even on the trail yet. They hadn't even got to the trailhead. They had stopped somewhere, and she got the name. And then her traveling partner, another Brit, Mikey, which he didn't have one.
No Euro Mike.
Yeah. And I named him No Euro Mike. It was that or Bannister Mike, and I didn't think Bannister Mike would work. He was trying to be a lawyer. I told you he was too nice of a guy to be a lawyer. Just be a No Euro Mike. Go work for the state.
And there was 7-Up, and there was this ex-Marine called Hot Sauce.
Oh, hot sauce.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys had fun with it. I just wanted to see who can try to make the fire as smoky
He's the one that kept throwing freaking
I know.
wet leaves,
but green,
wet bark.
green. I'm like, seriously? He was going out there and busting trees down. Well, they were cut, but I mean, he was breaking them up. The sap was still oozing out of them.
I just went and found the trees that were hanging in the trees that were already dead, and I just yanked them down and borrowed somebody's bear bag and slung it up there and just yanked it down after I put some rocks into it.
But I still think bear bait comes just as fast.
Okay, up there on the trail at the shelters, they have these wires with cables on them
Mhm.
to hang your food up in for the bears.
Yeah.
Well, we had all of our food hanging up there. Everybody that was at that shelter that night.
Mhm.
These two come in and they set their tent up under the bags of food.
Why?
with bear scat all up and down the side of the hill behind them. Bear scat. Not deer poop, not rabbit poop, but bear scat. Piles of it. It looks like that bear lives there.
It probably did up there. So they got the nickname the next day because they left at 12 the next day. Freaking, they got the nickname Bear Bait.
Bear bait company.
And then at the next shelter we stayed in, they happened to stay in it, and they did the same thing.
But they were a little better this time. They went up to the ones that weren't being used. I mean, they went up to the side because Hot Pants and the old man, I just don't know what his name was. The old man that camped on the opposite side. And why when there's plenty of room in the shelter, and yes, I know the 6 feet of personal space, but if you've been on the trail for 3 months, you ain't got no minimal chance running into anyone, because
Well, like
those people have been on the trail the same amount of time we have.
well, like Polka said, freaking and this was a guy, and he looked Native American, but he looked like a straight Indian. Guess where he was from? Korea.
Yeah, what was his nickname?
Pocahontas, but we shortened it down to Poca.
I'm the one that said it probably stood for Pocahontas, the beautiful Indian man, and I messed with him hard. This guy was like stone. Like, he was running with a Marine. Was he with?
No, he wasn't with hot sauce.
No, he was with.
He was with Old Bear and cans.
Oh, okay.
All the guy carried was just canned food. So, okay, your nickname's Cans then.
Yeah, I still ain't got figured out that guy. Well, I think Dad carried everything.
No, Banjo was an old horse freaking, and I knew his previous owner.
Well, that would have been weird.
That was a crazy horse. I tried to ride him and he broke my freaking ribs.
No, Banjo was bought from my uncle. My uncle, his mare gave birth to him. My uncle let him in the pasture and left him there.
Yeah, I hopped out of a truck and tried to ride that horse one night. That was a stupid drunken
Yeah,
bitch.
but he was a good horse. You just didn't know the secret. And I've been telling you ever since. If you get them addicted, you don't know what to give them, they're fine. I'd take even a horse in the field, give it a peppermint, and get them used to it, and they'll come to me every time looking for that peppermint. Hey, they cover hill, wow.
Wait, didn't I run into you freaking in California too?
Yeah, that was the day I was getting arrested for the dope, but it wasn't any dope. It was mushrooms. No, I'd come back from a festival out in
Burning Man, I think.
It was Burning Man. Out in the desert, and I borrowed the van that we took to go down and do street performance in Venice Beach.
Yeah.
And there was about probably 80 pounds to 100 pounds of dried organic mushrooms for eating. Well, I didn't know it, but the kid that was hanging out with me at the time, standing around me, actually had chemically induced mushrooms. So when they busted him, they busted me, they skipped him, let him go. The whole speck that he had, they thought they had the mother load. They did, organic mushrooms.
They made a stink over that thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, though, the backstory behind that is the cop that was the beach cop was my one and only driving experience. Well, actually, I have a license run for a semi company, and we were hauling firearms from the military, decommissioned firearms, and he come up on my right side and I drove my trailer over it.
Oh, that was the cop.
That was the cop that was trying to slam my head against the ground, yeah.
So that's why he called out the alphabetical suit.
Yeah. He cursed, did everything under the
They
sun.
had the city cops, they had the state cops, they had marshals.
All for this?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was dangerous, supposedly. I'm as nice as you want to be.
Yeah, you're very intimidating.
Very simple guy. Nothing drastic. But no, and the thing was, I was in clown makeup. Well,
With the mushroom.
I was dressed like Charlie Chaplin. Yes. Sorry, that was my career. That's what I did for a living and a hobby.
That
So
was
I paid for my way
hilarious.
through college.
You might actually find a couple of YouTube videos of it.
That was great.
And freaking Myrtle Beach, have you ever heard of the Bowery?
No.
That's where supposedly Alabama, the country band, got their start.
Okay.
That's where they literally started from. And he was doorman, like, as Abraham Lincoln, just drawing people in.
And helping through it, walk them out. If they got a little crazy.
Yeah.
But I had two mountains behind me, so I really didn't have to worry. This guy was 6 foot tall and 6 foot wide. There was two of them.
I was working at Moe's and a club, a teen club, nightclub at night, and Mr. Fry's in between.
I'm not sure why you got the job at Fry's. I really don't.
Free food.
Oh.
That makes sense.
You could have came in as a Bowery anytime you wanted to.
And he was paying me $15 an hour.
Oh. I still ain't figured that one out.
I
The
haven't
man
even-
barely got the door open. I mean, those doors weren't open more than 2 weeks before he hired you.
he was paying his guy that he had from his other restaurant that he brought up from Florida $8.50. I walk in, I ask for a job. He says, okay, you're hired, what hours you want to work? And then he was like, well, I'll give you $15 an hour. Here.
Damn.
And then he wouldn't let me pay for anything I ate.
That's really nice of him. That's a good gig.
I was making $12.50 plus tips at Moe's, and the teen club, that was only $7.50 an hour, but I got a lot of tips.
The other problem with the teen club, or the problem in general with the places down there, was we were right at the start of the season, so all the rents skyrocketed.
And then this virus thing literally had everything shut down.
Yeah.
Like lockdown.
So we hopped the bus to Atlanta, and then we walked from Atlanta to the trailhead, the Appalachian. We got about 10% of the way, and I took a nice little fast trip down trail.
That really sucks.
Ended up in Waynesville to go get x-rays and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We gave the guy that brought us there $80 to wait for us. He just dropped the check and freaking left.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I went
So
to
we
help
went
you
from-
inside, and that was the thing. They took him in, right? Not a problem. Didn't ask me if I was okay or not. I was limping. But didn't ask me anything. Took him in, and then there was 3 other patients that showed up while he was in there. One guy had a massive abscess tooth.
They wouldn't take thought she had corona. And really, she was just having freaking withdrawals.
Well, the thing is, they don't know unless they have actually been somewhere where somebody actually has gone through. You don't know what you're looking at. I mean, I can see the mistake.
I couldn't.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
The girl, I heard her from the freaking observation room I was in. I'm having withdrawals. I don't have coronavirus. Stop trying to put the mask over my face. I can't breathe with it.
Oh, that's great.
Made the poor girl suffer for 4 hours, freaking, just to have the blood test come back that she didn't have coronavirus.
No, she was counted. Then they kicked her out.
Yeah.
How useful.
Well, the app says too, the security guard jumped down my butt because I talked to the guy. I was standing outside, and I talked to him, and I told him where to go to Walmart, what to get off what shelf, and he could find it, make a concoction that would solve his tooth problem until we could get to a dentist. The security guard got mad at me.
The skinny one or the other guy?
Sandwich boy.
Oh.
Sandwich boy?
He made me 2 sandwiches. He asked me what kind of bread I wanted, what kind of cheese.
Yeah.
And got it all down to a T, and Walmart doesn't even carry the stuff.
That's good.
And tracked me down a Dr. Pepper.
In a closed hospital.
That all the vending machines were emptied.
Whatever he got it from, that's weird.
Then the doctor told me I wouldn't walk for 3 weeks. That was 5 days ago.
Oh shit.
I walked out of there.
And then we walked 2 miles to the nearest field.
Nearest
I got
field we could
directions
throw a tent up in.
to the nearest field, a place we could set a tent.
Then the day after that we walked, what, 25, 30 miles?
I think it was 15.
15? I think it was closer to 20 before Shaky.
Oh yeah, we went to
picked
the
us up.
Bojangles. It was straight there.
We walked from Waynesville to Asheville, and then we got a ride up the parkway a little bit. Then we walked another.
The Spanish guy.
Yep. Then we walked 10 miles, and then we got a 100-mile ride right up into Harrington, Virginia.
How long does it normally take for someone to stop and give you a ride?
Well, let's see. We've had earlier today. We had the Gideon. We're both carrying one now.
Okay, it was one of these. Insisted we take one.
But the guy was. He said 82. I thought 92. Maybe 102. He was older.
He said 92.
Hard
His wife was
hearing.
80.
We're in the back seat, which is odd. You know, he had a wife with him. They looked like 7-day Adventists when they were dressed, like they just come to service. They were well formal, you know.
Wait, what day is it?
It's Sunday.
That's what
We're getting relatively close to the Roanoke exits for the Parkway.
Okay.
There's one that I can drop you off at that is closer to like a Walmart if you guys want to do that.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'll drop you guys off at Walmart. It's pretty close by.
Okay. Yeah, we need to pick up a little supplies.
Well, no, we need to see what we're short, and then.
I already know what we're short on.
Yeah.
Food-wise.
Well, if you're a really good boy, I got a special. If we go to Walmart, I got something special to get you.
A phone?
No, better.
A tablet?
No, better.
What's better than that?
Something you've wanted since you've been on the trail with me.
A tent?
You're one man, personal one man.
Fine.
What's a one man?
You can dump the 2-man.
I'm carrying a 25-pound 2-man tent. I'd get a 1-man, it'll drop me down to about 15. So.
That's crazy.
I'm carrying about 80 pounds worth of gear. Well, 70, 80,
That's
roughly.
55, 60, depending on what the can do. I don't know why you keep buying canned booze.
Because
it's cheap.
it's cheap and you get more. And we can take it out of the can and put it in Ziploc and it'll
That
still be
would have been a
good.
good idea while we were sitting in camp yesterday.
I was waiting for you to figure that out. I did that with mine.
I would have thrown the can if I could have found them.
I might be younger, but I'm carrying more weight.
Yes.
And you still don't keep up.
Hey, I'm getting old. I can't help that. I'll be 66 my next birthday. I'm old. I'm decrepit. I have damaged my body way beyond repair on multiple levels. I stop at the CVS. He gets a water jug for me. And I go in. I'm wandering the house looking for something.
He picks up something I'm highly allergic to.
That's why I said you're getting your own tent.
Lidocaine.
But I got to do something to knock this pain out. 'Cause I am not going to make many miles with a leg that doesn't want to work. So what's the no conscious? Almost no conscious.
The what? Oh, it's for. I have shoes with wheels in them,
Okay.
and I that's my healing helmet.
They still make those?
No, they don't. I got these on eBay. They were
Oh.
used. Yeah.
I was about to say, they still make those things.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, didn't they stop making them after that one kid broke his neck?
Probably, I don't know, but yeah, you can't buy them new anymore.
Okay.
You guys care if I come in and buy your stuff?
I don't, you'd have to ask him, man.
Okay.
Hey. He wants to come in and buy stuff.
Okay.
I don't keep it all saved. Wait, they can get me to a dike,
I don't know.
Well, I can bring my dad. Carrying a machete. Not on my back. It was actually around Walmart where we were at. Now what?
On the door, I guess.
This is fun. I do have a question. You said you're a podcaster.
Yeah.
Got a question.
Okay.
Think about, somebody made a bad disease and they set it loose. Okay.
Mhm.
That's that. But what have we done since your generation? Because my generation didn't have such nasty stuff.
Yeah.
We started the COVID strain,
Yeah.
the United States did, and we sold it to the Chinese.
Well, somebody stole it, or they got it. But what I'm saying is, you hand sanitize every chance you get.
Yeah.
Your mom used to hand sanitize you to death. Half the generation that are really freaking out over it, really bad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
A little bit farther down from it.
okay, they got this. This is like weird.
Yeah, this is weird. It hasn't been like this since last week. First time I've been here in some time.
Seriously? What? I gotta get one. Where's one of those shit? But if you think about it, the hand sanitizer is our biggest enemy. It is. Because you go back 100 years, or even go back, and I grew up in the 90s, so basically I'm 100 years behind the rest of you with all the modern stuff. But you look at them, they don't get sick.